absolutely.
You know, if you go to Disney World, for instance, down there in the Haunted Mansion, you see the hologram, right? Or you know how to make a hologram. Well, our scientists have learned how to make people. They call them synthetics. Are you familiar with those?
Well, actually, we just interviewed John Lear, and he was talking about being in an audience in which they were given a lecture by a guy that they thought was real and found out later he was a hologram.
It's a synthetic. The synthetics, when you touch their skin, it feels like plastic almost. That's the latest technique. The old techniques. You guys do rent a video. The boys from Brazil rent it because in it gives you the exact way how our government's been making people.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
and the
on.
Soviets have a different method.
I mean, making people meaning temporary people?
No, walking.
Meaning through genetics? You're not talking about that?
Well, let me tell you. The movie shows it, but I'll share it with you right now.
All right.
All I need to do is take 2 cells off of your body. We give them a small electrical charge. I'm just don't act like a fertilized egg. If I got a fertilized egg, all I need is a receiver in order to make it. So they were hypnotizing women, said they were being invaded by aliens. And the fetus starts growing, right? Eats food. So they can use cows and sheep too. Again, a food source, that's all we need. After about 14 weeks, all of a sudden that fetus is gone. Because they've learned to take, that's when the fetus starts developing its own blood supply. Then they've used a pituitary hormone extract that they have, which accelerates the being that grows. And the original technology was given to our government by the Greys. Now, the reason was that our scientists were all excited because we could have spare parts. If you need a heart or a liver or anything, you won't have any rejection. It's your own DNA, right?
Okay, because theoretically, if we have overpopulation, we don't need more people, right?
But the so-called elite are selecting on who they want to have around anyway, so we want to keep people going as long as we can. I talked to the doctor that was working on regeneration of Castro, for instance.
Right.
On the DNA sequencing. And they're just learning about this.
Well, my understanding.
Cloning is real. Eugenics is real. These draconian reptilians, real. I talked to y'all about these synthetic robots they have. Real. You know what I'm saying? And they got different levels of robot and clone. A robot and a clone is 2 totally different things. Okay? A robot is just trying to follow the program. So their job, they are programs. They are designed to just keep the matrix looking like it's real. You know what I'm saying? So when you see people riding in cars sometimes on the highway, a lot of them is just programs. When you go into a store and you see people like, hey, welcome to all these programs. When you turn, a lot of these programs to keep the matrix looking like it's realer than what it really is.
I see.
They don't really be real. And then they got different versions. Now, they had Mach 1, Mach 2, Mach 3. They stopped using Mach 3s like in the 60s. Like the 60s and 70s was like Mach 3, Mach 1, Mach 2, Mach 3. 80s, 90s on back Mach 4. And when 2021, they had Mach 5. So the Mach 5 synthetic robots, like I say, if it's a male, his dick can get hard. That's how smart they is. They can piss, they can talk, they can smile, they can cry. If it's a female, she can get wet, she can laugh, she can joke, she can everything like a real individual. You get what I'm saying? But these are synthetic robots. They call synthetic robots because they have a skin base. They don't have a metal base. So they look like us. That's why they are called synthetic robots. They are synthetics. Okay? Mach 5 synthetic robots out here, niggas. You surrounded by them, nigga. Just watch how they move. And then I just showed that when I was in the gym other day on live. You know what I'm saying? So they just there to keep up with the program. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, nigga? If you got your own workout, when I come in and do my workout shouldn't change your workout. You know what I'm saying? Synthetic robot. Just trying to keep up with the program to make it look like the gym is open and there's a bunch of people in here working out. When the whole time, the only motherfuckers alive is me, my guys, and the other 2, 3, 4 black people in the goddamn gym, and maybe 3 real actual white people. You get what I'm saying? It's actual human beings. You know what I'm saying? Because you got your synthetic robots. Now, you got your clones. A clone is different than a synthetic robot because a clone is grown from a lab, and they take a drop of your blood. All you need is 1 drop of your blood to clone you, fam. So they have clones of everybody, nigga. Now think about this. How much blood have they drawn from you out your whole life? And all they need is one drop to clone you. Because that one drop of blood has your mitochondria in it, your cells in it, your REA, your chloroplasts is in there, your plasma's in there, all the nutrients in there, your photon energy, you know what I'm saying? Like everything is in your blood, nigga. So when they get that one little drop, they showed you that on Jurassic Park, nigga. You know what I'm saying? They get that one little drop, then they can just replicate it. But now they need to put your soul back in there for your clone to move like you. So to do that, they would have to kill you, and when they was to kill your avatar, they still couldn't get your soul. You get what I'm saying? If they was to kill your body, your avatar, they still couldn't get your soul. I'm telling y'all how it works. So this is why they have a lot of us they have never released our clones. Because to release our clones, they would either need you to sell your soul to them, like sign your soul over to them, which you can do. Because remember, the soul is an actual living thing. It's an orb. It's physical. It's a physical thing too. It's an actual be sitting behind your navel. You can sign, and it's astral too. It's both. So you can sign your soul over to them. So if you signed your soul over to them, then they can clone you and put your soul in that clone, right? So this is what happens to a lot of celebrities. They end up signing their souls over. Or sometimes they'll just take their essence and that energy of their soul and they'll put it inside computer technology. Like Siri. Where you think Siri come from? That's where artificial intelligence come from. You get what I'm saying? All these cell phones have what in them? Artificial intelligence. So what I'm letting you know is somebody's soul is in every one of our cell phones, family. This is somebody's soul and spirit, nigga. That's what artificial intelligence is. That shit creepy, but it's the truth. Because the truth is true, even if nobody believes it, nigga. Yes, nigga. Artificial intelligence is actually living souls and spirits, nigga. That they have trapped in an energetic frequency field and they put in these electronics. Artificial intelligence. Because remember, you are electricity. Anyway. You get what I'm saying? This rabbit hole run deep. That's what they were showing you in Get Out. They can remove your pineal gland and make you a prisoner in your body. Yeah, this shit real. Learn more about the anatomy of your body. Fuck what they taught you in school. You got your own mind now. Read your own books about biology, physiology, physics, quantum physics, metaphysics. And then you come back and tell me if it's possible, nigga. You don't know what you are, so you might not think it's possible. But that's why the truth is true, even if nobody believes it. Here, just everything we've been living been a lie.
I always talk to y'all about how, like, when you go to the hospital, they always draw extra blood from you. 2 reasons they draw extra blood. One, because we are the number one food source until we survive. Our avatar is nutritious because we are made out of pure, dark matter energy. Remember, carbon is the basically of all life forms. So these properties are found all throughout the cosmos, all throughout the multiverse. Remember, we have 9 universes, 3 ultimates. Okay, so these reptilians, you know, they crave our blood. They need to survive in our atmosphere. All right, that's one side of it. But the other side of it is because they have been cloning us for a long time. When I spoke to y'all about clones, notice I've said Mach. Okay, so I'll make separate lectures on this, but you have Mach 1, Mach 2, Mach 3, Mach 4, Mach 5. All right, so you got Mach 5, you got Mach 1 synthetic clones. All right, you got Mach 2 synthetic clones, Mach 3 synthetic clones, Mach 4 synthetic clones, Mach 5 synthetic clones. Mach 5s will be your up-to-date, newest clones that they have created at these underground bases. All right, then you got Mach 1 robots, Mach 2 robots, Mach 3 robots, Mach 4 robots, Mach 5 synthetic robots. Alright? So, and when I say synthetic clones, I mean to say synthetic robots. Alright? Clones are, you know, when they clone like they did Will Smith, and then robots are actually robots, but they have a synthetic base, so they look just like me and you. So that's the difference between a synthetic robot and a clone. But a synthetic robot, like if they were to make a clone of you and then make a synthetic robot that look like you too, they will look the same. But underneath the mechanics is different. So that's why I told y'all the NBA is full of Mach 5 synthetic robots. Okay? They have a metal base, they don't have one, but that metal base is under the whole program, metal base machines, but they have a synthetic output on the outside. This is what they showed you. They been had this. They were showing you this in the movie Terminator. The movie Terminator was showing you about these. It's all about these these synthetic robots that they were going to be using to not just fool the people with entertainment, but to hurt people and to kill people. They've been showing y'all this. They've been showing us this, right? So it shouldn't shock people when I make videos about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to show you who has been running this satanic world and what they are up to and why they are up to it. So it's imperative that you know the difference between the synthetic robots, all right, and the clones, okay? Because this is what the world is full of all around you. All right, now remember I told you they need our blood for two things. They eat it, but they also for cloning purposes. All right, now this is going a little deeper. I've always spoken to you all about us being spirit and soul and Anunnaki gods. And I've also spoken a little bit about, like, you know, that they be cloning people, which is eugenics, all right? But I've never really broken down how they also have cloned us, because their long-term plan is to be able to control you, all right? Be able to control us. So in the end, as long as we have spirit and soul, we can never be controlled. All right. So the long-term goal of these reptilians was always, it's imperative that you know the end goal so you can know why everything's going on. The long-term goal was to get this planet to a state of a robatory construct where the spirit and soul is no longer there, but they can still control you. All right. We are the best. Remember, we are gods of the we are the gods of the cosmos, grand creators of everything, nine beings, luminous beings, right? So the species that has enslaved us only enslaved us with his lies about us. And us being the ancient beings, we create these lies and make them manifest. Alright? So being that we are the best of everything, just like in the movie, Gemini Man, Will Smith was the best at that, right? So they wanted to clone him so that they could have a whole army of him, because they knew that they couldn't control him. So if they could only weed out all his best traits, but without his spirit and soul, so that they can control it. So this is the long-term goal for our species, all right? Because they knew in the end that we were going to rise. And clearly, the elites knew that we were going to rise. They seen this day coming. The revolt, the rebellion, and it's happening all over the planet. They seen this day coming. They knew it was going to come. They can only contain us for so long, all right? So that's what AIDS was about. Remember, I told you, indigo children started being born after the 1950s. So they was trying to kill our parents. I'm like, I'll come out. I'm an 80s baby, right? So they was trying to kill my mom off so she couldn't grow up to have me. And they tried to kill me off so I couldn't grow up to have kids. Now they did that with all y'all parents too. So remember, at the university, if you 60 or older, you probably was born in the 50s. Any baby born after 1950, they started with y'all. All right. Now they been cloning us, right? Even the people that has passed away, all the people that have ever passed away since 1950, they have cloned, all right? Because all they need is a little bit of your blood to clone you. Now, this is why they started making everybody get yearly checkups. Yearly checkups are not needed. They started making people get yearly checkups, yearly physicals. Remember, as little kids, I always had to get yearly checkups once a year. At the least, that needle was going to your arm. If you had to when we was in school, we stayed having to get shots for something. So they've been drawing your blood. Now, when you go to the hospital, how many times have they poked you 1,000 times just to draw some blood? You hear me? Now, that's just on that note. Now, you got a lot of people that went and broke bones. You got people with metal plates. They got shot, they got metal plates. You know, they what do you think they was doing every time somebody get hurt? Drawing your blood, getting a sample of your blood work. Why? So that they can clone and replace the whole species. All right? In the end, they saw themselves winning this war. They saw themselves winning this war. All right? Because I told you, they wanna kill off all of us, but keep basically a clone version of us. And then that clone version of us, they want to take it to a form of transhumanism, which is combining human/God with robot. All right, transhumanism. This is also why they came up with the homosexual agenda. It wasn't so much about, now you got